So, well, mga ka-Qrown, as you can see, we're going to have a discussion in English. So, partner, help me, okay, throughout. Mga ka-Qrown, as you can see, we're going to have a discussion in English. So, partner, help me, okay, throughout.
I'll definitely help out you on this for
We're so
sure.
excited about this, Olivia. And so I think we can start, but by definitely going back to down to memory lane, just a few years back in 2013, because we saw you first in Miss World 2013. I remember you were in the top 20 on a red gown, representing, of course, the United States. Can you tell us more about your experience and how did you have the delegation to Miss World?
That was such a wild experience. They were in transition in the USA for how to get to get a delegate to go to Miss World. So they actually had a production company that had taken over and they had a casting. So I just went to a casting. I didn't get to compete in a formal pageant for that for that crown, but I went through a casting process and callbacks and among all these other women. Most of them had been in pageants before and I had been in a few at that point, but it was all very surreal and happened very fast. And so when they literally just like called me and told me, you're going to be representing the USA at Miss World. So I was like, oh, this is my crowning moment.
So it was a casting process.
A true casting process at that time. Now, thankfully, they have reinstilled the program. It just was like going through transitional times. But so I found out about 2 weeks before I was meant to go to Bali. So I had to get gown sponsors. I had to get all the, the clothes, the things, the gifts, the everything that's required to go compete. It was quite a whirlwind, and I was so lucky, obviously, to be there and get to represent the USA and get to be in Bali for a month. Was so surreal.
Yeah, so you mentioned it was for casting of a production, but prior to that, was that really your goal to be casted for a beauty pageant, or was it the motivation at the back of your mind to join a beauty pageant one day?
I was very motivated to become an actress and model, and I just saw beauty pageants as this beautiful opportunity to open doors and also work in an advocacy and work on public speaking and all of the things that make these beauty queens so admirable. So I was drawn to it. I definitely knew more about Miss USA, Miss Universe. I knew very little about the Miss World system and all the other systems at that time. But I was so grateful to go. And I think that because of my experience at Miss World, it actually gave me a lot of confidence to go compete for Miss USA, which for me was a bigger goal. And I actually got to go, have that pageant experience and have that crowning experience, not just a phone call that's like, okay, you're going on.
Right. Well, that was a wonderful backstory. But we're also interested in terms of the training that you underwent, because probably you're aware that here in the Philippines, girls are joining training camps before they join. And then the camps would form a team who will support them, and they go through a lot of different sessions. Was it the same thing for you, either when you were going to Miss World or Miss USA or Miss Universe?
That's my dream. I just want to walk into a room and tell someone like, make me my best self. Like, what do I need to do? It's a little different here. I don't feel like I had all of that support going into Miss World. I did have a wonderful mentor, Kristen Bradford, and she's still a pageant coach. So I was so lucky to have her. But I was sort of naive and didn't fully understand what I was getting into. Going into Miss USA, once I won Miss Oklahoma USA, then you have your state, the state franchise.
Mhm.
then they sort of like take over. So I was very lucky. I had John Vignata. It's like the Van Bros team, and they represent, I think, 6 or 7 different states. So then we, as like those 7 states, get together. So we start to have more of that support once you're going on to the national level. You get into this little squad, and you have more support, and you have more sponsor opportunities. So that's all game changing, and was a huge part of how I got to prepare for USA.